Hi, welcome to Lunar Logic Tarot. I'm Juju, and this is going to be a weekly reading for the zodiac sign Leo. So this will go from Tuesday till Tuesday, okay? We're going to try to look just at you and see what's going on with you. We've been looking at triggers and shadow work and stuff. So instead of just focusing on what you got going on relationship-wise, although that could come through, we're going to try our best to look just at you. So take what resonates, leave the rest. If it's not your story, please do not try to make it fit. Please keep in mind everything is subject to free will, your free will, and anyone or anything you are energetically connected to, as well as the will of the divine. No one is free from the law of cause and effect, okay? Okay, let's see. Okay. Spirit, can you please show me Leo, please? From Tuesday to Tuesday, June 2021. Show me Leo. What working triggers do? Okay. So we have 7 of Wands here. Okay. In the upright. So defensiveness, needing to protect something. Or trying to protect something. So we got, okay. We also have the Knight of Coins in reverse. Okay. Okay, anything else? We have you. There you are. King of Wands, let's get one more. Anything else for Leo, please? Anything else for Leo, please? And we also have the 10 of Coins. Okay. Oh. Alright, so we have the 7 of Swords at the bottom of the deck in the upright. So, okay, well, what I feel here is that you are trying to protect something very quickly. It looks like you're trying to protect your heart here. You're focusing on yourself. You're worrying about your money. But there's some level of denial, like being in denial about something. Let me sit with this energy for a minute. It feels like you're rushing in, or that you are trying to protect something. A project, a solar project, investment of some kind within yourself. You're standing at the doorway, not letting something or someone in, emotionally and or I get sexually too, to be honest. You are standing in your power. It feels like you're trying to protect your financial investments here. Your home, your family. But there's no cups here, and there is no swords, except for the 7. So there's some level of self-deception, or you could be lying to somebody else, or both. What's at the bottom of the deck? Okay. 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 Take it too. Alright, so what we have here. Okay, you could be lying. Well, one, I feel like there's a level of self-denial or in denial within yourself. But I feel like it has to do with sexuality. Your sexuality. No judgment. I feel like you're afraid that you won't be accepted. You feel like you'll be judged harshly, so you're keeping that to yourself. Also, you're trying to protect you're trying to protect something from ending as well. I feel like you're judging yourself. Very harshly, actually. This right here can talk about lying about sexuality or lying about sex. You could be lying to yourself. You got 2 7s here as well. You're trying to protect a lie here. You're trying to protect a lie, or a lie that you've either said, or you're trying to protect a lie or some form of denial about yourself. And you might be lying about your work as well. Laziness. There's a level of laziness here. These are, for me, the two cards: not taking proper action, delays, rejection, um, things falling apart. Also, this can talk about sex as well, but it can talk about lying about not having sex, or lying about why there's no sex. There's also a level of lying to oneself about your own orientation, because you have a fear of being rejected and being judged, and your fear that it will cause a very painful ending, or cause a lot of pain, or that you will be judged very harshly for this. You know, fuck them, right? You got to be who you are. See, let's see what the... Hold on before I get... Let me see. I think you're afraid of what people are going to say. Either to you or about you, or you're worrying a lot about what other people think. Or you're not being yourself. You're lying in order to protect yourself, which, you know, I get. But there's a level of denial, like you don't want to accept it. I still have no cups. I have swords now. I have those two cards of swords, but I don't have any real... This is harsh, brutal, devastating communication, and this is deceptive self-communication and communication with others. So let's see. Show me Leo, please. You're denying who you are as a person because you're afraid of being abandoned. Ooh. Or you might even be afraid of losing finances, and something like that. Let's see. You have Rebel. Okay, so we read these both up, and we read the light and the shadow attributes. These are the archetype cards. Let's see. Anything else for Leo, please? Oracle cards. Then we also have the Virgin. So we have Rebel, Lover, Virgin. Okay. And bottom of the deck, we have the Trickster. And we have the Saboteur. Okay. So. The Rebel says, now, the light attribute says challenge, or we'll do the shadows first. The shadow says, shadow attributes of the Rebel says, rejects legitimate authority out of anger, rebels out of peer pressure or fashion. So it's basically a rebel without a cause, rebelling for the sake of rebelling. Now, the light attribute says, challenges authority to affect social change, rejects spiritual systems that do not serve inner needs. So, now with the Lover here, it says the shadow aspect says obsessive passion that harms others, self-destructive devotion. And then it also says here, great passion. The light attributes, great passion and devotion, unbridled appreciation of someone or something. But since this is more about the triggers and stuff, we're going to stay here. So basically, you're rebelling against a system that could be spiritual, that could be, you know, any form of authority, that could even be like marriage, possibly. Because there's some type of obsession with passion that's harming others. You are devoted to self-destruct. And then you have the Virgin here, and it says, the shadow side says fear of intimate union. So that's why there's no cups here. And what communication is very harsh. It's very, very harsh. I'll put this here. Okay. And then it says, the light attribute says maintaining symbolic purity of heart and spirit. So, and then we have Trickster. It says transcending convention, or excuse me, the shadow attribute says manipulating others through duplicity. Then the other one was Saboteur. The light side of this, though, says transcending convention, stuffiness, and predictable behavior. Okay. And then with Saboteur, shadow side says induces self-destructive behavior or a desire to undermine others. And the light attribute says highlights your fears of self-empowerment and the changes that it would bring to your life. So I feel like you were literally self-sabotaging out of the fear of change and rebelling against the system. You could also have a very strong fear of intimacy and be very intimate avoidant. You could again, you are afraid of coming out. Either you are coming out, meaning of your sexuality, talking about what your orientation is, or but you're afraid that it's going to cause you to be abandoned and be judged very, very harshly by others. It may. I'm not gonna lie. It might. But nevertheless, you still have to be who you are. And fuck what they say, right? Fuck them. You still, because this type of right here is very painful. I feel it's very, very painful for you to experience this. Not being who you really are. Also, you might, you might be worried that if you have to break that to somebody that you maybe have been in a relationship with, maybe of the same or of the opposite sex, and you might have to tell them that, and you're worried about that. So instead of doing that, you're trying to self-sabotage and not give affection or connection or be intimate with somebody sexually or emotionally because, well, it's not your thing, but also you're trying to self-sabotage so the person will end it with you if that's the case. But this is a lot of self-denial. It's like just being very manipulative and not being honest with people, or with a partner or a person. This can also talk about if it's not coming out of the closet, or coming out. I'm gonna say closet, but coming out. Then you're self-sabotaging with sex to in a relationship because you're intimate avoidant. All right, let's find your triggers. Show me the triggers, please, for Leo, please. You're emotionally avoidant or unavailable or intimacy avoidant. All right, show me the triggers, please, for Leo. It says, when I feel overwhelmed and not in control, my behaviors become manic and compulsive. Yeah. You also, okay, if it's not about, you also might have some type of addiction or obsession about, I get pornography here. Anything else, please? So instead of speaking your truth in any of those scenarios I just said, you rather either self-denial, if it's, coming out, you rather self-denial. If it's not that, you rather, instead of speaking your truth about what it is you want in a relationship or taking action towards that, you rather self-sabotage because you have a fear of intimacy. Or you have an obsessive obsession with pornography, and I feel that there's shame here. Then it says, I will start an argument with my partner to get attention. Yeah, there's attention-seeking stuff. Or you might start an argument to go and be with someone else. To self-sabotage. That's like self-sabotaging. When I can't keep up in a conversation, I begin to act arrogantly and rude. Not very good conversation here. When I feel insecure, I put on a false mask to hide who I really am. Yep. And then bottom of the deck we have, when I feel powerless, I will act in manipulative ways. Yeah. So it almost feels like you feel out of control here with something. Or you're just really worried that you're going to be abandoned if you were to be who you are. Be comfortable in your own skin and speak your truth and be who you are. You know what I mean? So, well, it's a good, if you're single and you're worried about coming out to your family and friends, that I can only imagine that's probably very scary, I can imagine. I would do it though, safely, obviously, when you feel comfortable with it, because you got to be who you are, because you're very much not happy. If you are coming out to a partner of the opposite sex and they don't know, that's going to be a little bit harder. If you are coupled or in a marriage, that might be harder. Nevertheless, you still got to be yourself, right? You still got to be comfortable in your own skin and be happy. You only get the one life, right? So, if it has nothing to do with that, coming out, then it definitely has something to do with self-sabotaging relationship, with either cheating, lying as well, making bad judgment calls here in order to not be intimate with somebody, either emotionally or sexually or both. Also, you could be, yeah. It could also be not being intimate or emotional with your partner. If that's the case, if it's not the coming out or the other scenarios I said, then it's definitely there's an obsession with pornography, and there might be a codependency or addiction there possibly, and you're having a hard time talking about it. All right, so the first one, it says victim mentality. The universe wants what's best for you, not the worst. Change your perspective. Okay. Then you also have emotionally detached. Are you protecting yourself from unwanted drama or stress? Feel positive emotions within yourself. To feel emotions is to live freely. Yep. This is about freeing yourself emotionally to be who you are. This also talks about being honest. Honesty. Coming from the heart space, you know. Anything else, please, Spirit? You have quick-tempered. Think before you speak. Put space between your thoughts and the words that come out. Yeah. Okay, next. Let's see. Says manipulative. Says, when I feel insecure, I put on a false mask to hide who I really am. And it says manipulative. This is also talks about manipulation as well. Manipulative. Let go of wanting to exert power over someone or a situation. Do you need to work on your self-esteem? Okay, and then we also have, when I feel powerless, let's see what manipulative way. You got a lot of manipulation here. Vengeful. Says, when I feel powerless, I will act in manipulative ways out of vengeance. Vengeful. Find a better way to heal your anger. This negative emotion comes back full circle. All right. Yeah, either whatever the scenario is, it's time to speak your truth, whatever it is. Because you're not only not living your best life, but you're also keeping someone else from living theirs, or you're just not living your best life. You're not being authentic, and you're not giving people an opportunity to truly know who you are. Either one of those, any of the scenarios I just talked about, you're not giving people the true opportunity and blessing to really know you if you're constantly hiding behind a mask and not coming, being honest with yourself, being honest with others, speaking your truth. You're not giving people opportunity to really know you, who you really are. You're assuming that people will reject you, or you're assuming that things will end very, very badly with someone. It might, but you never know until you take a chance. So you're not allowing yourself to be free. You're binding yourself in manipulation, and you're not being your true, authentic self in any capacity, and it's hurting you, and it's also hurting other people around you that care about you. It could be a partner, could be a love interest, could be family, friends, because they don't get to know you, the real you, and then you self-sabotage out of, whatever victim mentality, emotional detachment, quick-temperedness, whatever it is, or bout of vengeance, and you end up just hurting yourself. What I tell you, be yourself. Yep, you got to be yourself. Death is an illusion. So endings are new beginnings. Okay? You have to be yourself. Inspire others by your story. Give without expectations and vengeance or resentfulness. Anything else, please? For Leo. Let go of ego. Don't relinquish your power. Don't stop giving. If you want something to end, meaning like a relationship, a situation, or this self-denial, then you have to speak your truth, and you have to do that in order for, for people to know, and for give people a chance to know you. If you really want something to be over, instead of self-sabotaging, just open your mouth, because this is catching up to you. Like attracts like. So if you're doing this kind of stuff, you're going to attract that same kind of people towards you. Meaning, like, if you're being in self-denial, you're not accepting of yourself, or, you know, you're self-sabotaging a lot because you want out of a relationship, or you're just that intimate avoidant, emotionally avoidant, then you're going to attract more of that into your life. And they say, forgive yourself. Give without expectations. It's time to forgive yourself, but you also got to take responsibility for your actions or lack thereof. Be of service to help. Okay? You're going to inspire people, but you got to be able to, take responsibility too for your actions and forgive yourself and let go of the ego and blaming others. And everyone has value, and that includes you. Okay? All right, Leo. Well, I hope this helps you. We also had this about the deck. Release toxic relationships. Kindness, and do it with kindness. Okay? All right, well, I hope this helps you. If you'd like to get a personal reading with me, all the information will be in the description box below. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and hit all notifications. That way you know the next time I upload. And as always, take care of yourself. Until next time.